A lot of behind the scenes work goes into releasing an album, and some of it doesn't have a whole lot to do with music, but it's a whole lot of fun anyway. The perfect example of this would be creating the album art. It's an incredibly important step because for a lot of people, it'll be the first impression they ever have of the artist or the songs. So I thought today I would show you a little bit of the behind the scenes work on the Dreamer album cover. Da, 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 da. Whee! I knew what the EP was going to sound like and what it was going to be called, but I needed to find a way to communicate those ideas visually. I've always loved double exposure photography. That's basically where someone takes one image and then superimposes a second image over that to make a brand new piece of art. I thought that would not only complement the sound really well, but it would also underscore the idea of dreamer, because a dreamer is a person who stands in reality, but who sees the world as it could be, and thus makes it a more beautiful place. Step 2 was to take some pictures. In the day and age of selfies, I thought it would be a bright idea to try to do the entire photo shoot by myself. You can see how well that went here. So this is my view today of my studio, and it's because I'm making the cover for the Dreamer EP. Yay! And now I know why models are so skinny. It's like really hard work standing in front of a camera. You wouldn't think it, but it is. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Setting up lights and taking pictures and being a model. So I'm like 3 people in one. I think I took about 3 billion photos and I think 3 of them came out okay. All I had to do now was try to find a really great landscape picture. First I found this beautiful wheat field and so I tried that, but it just looked like I had wheat stuck to my face. The next idea I had was I have this picture of me that looks like I'm falling and I thought, well, maybe I could do something really cool with a crashing wave. But I just kind of look like a mutant mermaid. The good thing is I was learning how to use Photoshop, so it wasn't like all lost time. The next idea I had was space, because the stars inspire us to dream, and I actually really liked it. It's super cheesy, but I loved it. It looks like this. The only problem with it is it does not look like the EP sounds at all. Like when I look at this, I think like Katy Perry, or I think psychedelic acid folk, and I don't sound like Katy Perry or psychedelic acid folk. The last idea I had was, well, dreamers have their heads in the clouds, so I took a picture of clouds and then put my head in them. It looks just as bad as it sounds, and I tried to save it by adding birds, but that didn't work either. So I decided I needed professional help. I found a graphic designer on the internet, and he had a great portfolio of album covers that he had done. And so I wrote to him, I sent him these 2 pictures, and I said, can you do something with this sort of look and feel? And he's like, no problem, like I'll get it to you right away. And this is what I got. And it's not horrible, but it's definitely not what I was looking for. So according to the motto of if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself, even if you have no idea what you're doing, I went back to the drawing board. Luckily, the last time around, I finally came up with an idea I was really happy with. I made a couple of different versions and I put the best ones out onto social media. Thank you to everyone who helped me decide. These were the 2 finalists on social media, depending on the platform. They were both very popular. And I decided I'm an indie artist, so I can use both of them. So if you buy the digital album from any of the online stores, you'll get the sleek, sexy version with just the name and the face. And if you buy the actual physical copy of the CD, you get the one with the butterfly. So that is the long and winding story behind the artwork of the Dreamer EP. Take joy.